to the British Asian teenager who's been playing the young Sunny Leone in a controversial web series. Karanjit Kaur, The Untold Story of Sunny Leone, is a drama based on the life of the former porn star turned Bollywood actress. Haroon, tell us about the 14-year-old from Berkshire who plays her. You met her.
I have, yeah. I've met her a few times, actually, because Raisa Sojani, she's actually a rising star in the UK. She's a British Asian actress. She's 14 years old now, but I met her around 3 years ago in 2015 on the sets of her first film.
Yeah.
And that was a Bollywood horror film. It was called Dobara. Didn't do great at the box office, didn't make a massive impact, but it was certainly her first experience on a film set.
And she's still at school?
She's still at school, yeah. She's preparing for her GCSEs, actually, and you'll hear about that in a few minutes. But this web series itself, Karanjit Kaur, The Untold Story of Sunny Leone, controversial, absolutely, for a number of reasons. Firstly, Sunny Leone shot to fame in India in 2011. That's when she appeared on the Indian version of Big Brother. When she did that series, a lot of film producers signed her up. They wanted to kind of exploit, actually, her fame and name. And since then, she's been the most Googled person in India consecutively for over 5 years. So for Raisa to be stepping into her shoes is quite a big deal. Like I said, 3 years on from her on-screen debut, she's appeared in this web series. She's playing the younger version of Sunny Leone. I met Raisa and asked her how she bagged the role.
So obviously I'd done Dobara, and someone working on Dobara was also working on this project. So they recommended me for the role. This project's production team contacted my mum and was like, would Raisa be willing to audition? And they sent me like a small section of the script, and when we got sent the script, we had like no idea who it was. They didn't tell us anything about it, so I had to kind of interpret it how I thought best. And then a few days later they said that I'd got the role.
Did you know anything about who Sunny Leone was?
We literally knew nothing. So after I'd got the role, they sent me the full script and they were like, Google her. And obviously when you Google her, the first thing you see, you're a bit like, oh, what's kind of this about? So then reading the script like front to back, you understand that it's like such an important story and there's so much to it than what you first see.
Most people don't really talk to children about who Sunny Leone is. You're a teenager, you're 14 years old, so you're hardly a small child, but still, you are young. So how did you first react to knowing what Sunny Leone's career was, what her life had been before Bollywood?
I'm not one to judge. Like, I can't really judge her based on the choices she's made, and it's not fair for me to be like, oh, she's this kind of person because of what she's done. So I didn't really have any judgment, and when I first met her on set, she was honestly the most sweet person. She like came and said hi to me, she made sure I was okay, and she made me feel super comfortable.
What did your parents think when they were first approached?
They didn't have any judgment because obviously they told us to read the script alongside looking her up. So looking her up, you're a bit like, oh, what am I going to have to do in this? What's this about? But then when you read the script, it's perfectly fine. Like, she's just like any other normal teenager.
You were shooting portions of Sunny's life that are quite uncomfortable to talk about. Her mother was an alcoholic. Her father wasn't the most supportive. He needed some financial help in his family. Her brother didn't really do much. All of these things contributed to Sunny making the decisions that she did. Did you feel a lot of responsibility acting out those scenes? Was it awkward at times?
I don't think it was awkward. I feel like it was definitely challenging. I'm not going to sit here and say it was the easiest role to play because it wasn't. Obviously, the little switch between being Karen and Raisa was like difficult to start with because it's like you're so into being Karen, you have to switch back to Raisa. But I feel like after a few days of being on set, I kind of got that momentum.
How did you explain to your friends the kind of balance that you have as a 14-year-old going between doing your homework, and I'm guessing you're prepping for your GCSEs now as well, to go from that to being an actress and a celebrity?
I've been super fortunate, like especially with school, that my like teachers have been so cooperative. Fortunately for me, all of my stuff has been in holidays, which has helped me massively. And even if I've missed like a few days of school, they're always there to support me when I get back, and they make sure that I'm kind of up to date, which I think's helped me massively.
Right, before we go, let's pop back to Southampton.